Alright, I'm about to use a series of books to prove this point I've been talking about. And here are the books I'm going to use. Captives, Etymology Dictionary, The Story of the Moors in Spain, 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro, and 2 Proclamations. Now watch this. Check this out. If you come to page, look. 2 parables exist about the making and meaning of the British Empire. Now go into it. In one, and then look at the other one. In the other one, he encounters a black and promptly names him and makes him a servant. A black. Now watch this. You come over to these proclamations, and there's 2 of them. This one is from the Atlanta City Council, Moorish American Week, and this is from the city of Memphis, Moorish American Week, and this one is signed by A.C. Wharton. Now watch this. The Moorish Americans are teaching their people their true nationality and divine creed, that they may become better citizens and know that they are not Negroes, colored folk, black people, nor Afros, which means African Americans. Because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders. Now come back, and what this say? He encounters a what? He encounters a black and promptly names him and makes him a servant. Right? So if we're not Negroes, blacks, colors, or whatever, then what are we? Look. Moorish American. Moorish American, right? Now let's come over to this right here. The story of the Moors in Spain. Look. The word Moor literally means black. So the Moors were the black people. Right? Now come back over here, right? Moorish American Holy Week. Right? They are not Negroes, colored folk, or black, right? Now, let's come over to the etymological dictionary. The Oxford Dictionary of English Etymology. Let's look up Moor. You look up Moor, it goes to blackamoor. 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 Ethiopian, Negro. Right? Now let's look at this. 100 amazing facts about the Negro. We'll come back to that in just a second. But before we do, let's come back to the Moors in Spain. Alright, look. The word Negro was manufactured during the Atlantic slave trade. Now come back over here. Look. The Moorish Americans are teaching their people their true nationality and divine creed, that they may become better citizens and know that they are not Negroes, colored folk, black people, nor Afros, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders. Then you come back over here, and what does it say? The word Negro was manufactured during the Atlantic slave trade. Now come back up here to captives. Look. What does he do? He encounters a black and promptly names him and makes him a servant, a slave with a name, like the last names people have, right? Now, come back over to 100 amazing facts about the Negro with complete proof. The Rock of Gibraltar, the symbol of stability, is named after a Negro ex-slave. It is a corruption of Jebel Tariq, or the mountain of Tariq. Tariq, who was a Moor. Look, the Rock of Gibraltar is named after a Negro. It is a corruption of Jebel Tariq, the mountain of Tariq. Tariq, who was a Moor. This book is called 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro. Tariq, is named after a Negro who was a Moor. Again, story of the Moors in Spain. Moor literally means black, so the Moors were the black people. Now, regarding the word Negro, let's see what it says. Again, Negro was manufactured during the Atlantic slave trade. Watch this. According to American law, anybody with an African ancestry, however remote, is a Negro. To follow this logic, since the human race originated in Africa, everyone in the world is a Negro. A word so vague as this does not mean anything at all. So we are not Negroes. Again, Moorish American Holy Week. The Moorish Americans are teaching their people that they are not Negroes. Now, what about color? Black and colored, like white, are, on the other hand, European words. Why is that so bad that it's a European word? Because here's what Europeans do. They encounter a black, they name you, and they make you a servant. But we know that we are not Negro, colored, black folk, nor Africans, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders. That's what they do. They give you a name and they make you a slave. Look at it. He encounters a black and promptly names him and makes him a servant. Look at it. The word Negro was manufactured during the Atlantic slave trade. Look at it. Black and colored, on the other hand, are European words. They have no meaning. We are not Negro, black, or colored. Here's another one from Mayor A.C. Warden telling you the same thing. We are Moors. We are Moors. Moorish American Week. We are Moors. We are Moors. Look at this. The story of the Moors in Spain. Look at that. He's a Moor. That's a Moor. Look at this. Look at this. The word Moor literally means black. So the Moors were the black people. Whenever they name us, they make us servants. We are not what these people have named us. Look at this. Because these names were given to slaves. These names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779. We are not what they have named us in 1779. We've been here before 1779. And we already had a name. It was Moors. You can find it in the fucking etymological dictionary. Moor, black or Moor. Negro. But we know we not Negroes, man. That's the name the Europeans have given us so that we will make ourselves slaves. We are Moors. I just showed you in like 9 different fucking books. I mean, shit. How did you come across a book on the one hand where it's talking about some guy named the Rock of Gibraltar, right? Jebel Tariq, Tariq the Moor. And then you come over here in another book, the Moors in Spain, Negro, Moor. Talking about the same thing, Tariq. What does this say? The conquest of North Africa was completed in 708 when Musa subdued all of Morocco except Ceuta, then ruled by the Byzantine governor. Count Julian Musa could go no farther till the army of Moors and Berbers was organized, and the opposition to Count Musa was overcome. This task was accomplished by the Moorish general Tariq. Tariq, the Rock of Gibraltar. Same thing. Same thing. Rock of Gibraltar. Jebel Tariq, the mountain of Tariq. I'm telling you, man. Stop